All right, everybody. As promised, we have another tier list for you. This one's going to be the what people would consider to be the interesting cards from the set. They're all of the secret rares, and the EXs are lumped in here too. So we're going to make it pretty simple, I think pretty quick to start off. I'm going to do something, M, and you can go ahead and agree or disagree with me. Also, Emily.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick controversial thing. Number one, I'm going to put all of the regular EXs in C tier.
Interesting.
This is going to be a little controversial. I don't like any of the regular EXs that much. Actually, know what? No. I won't do that. I won't do that. I'll be a little bit nicer. Emily, critically analyze this Beedrill EX. For the record, I play the game, so I like the EXs for their utility, but I don't think any of them are really like masterpieces of art. But
I'll be honest with you. I am not completely opposed to the C tier situation because I agree. The EX cards kind of feel a little bit to me like an afterthought in the art department. Playing with them, obviously, was great. But
I love Beedrill EX.
Yeah.
I have a Beedrill EX deck that I play in TCG Live, so
he has a bunch of Beedrill cards in real life too.
Yeah,
it's excellent. Yeah, I just the art style of this one is nothing for me that I feel like would be really anything to write home about. I do like the idea of Beedrill kind of breaking out of the picture, that action shot right there. I think that's cool, that concept, but the colors, the composition, the art style itself doesn't really speak to me personally. And so I would agree with C tier for that one.
I think it's pretty much that way for most of them. I am noticing something though. I didn't really notice this in real life. In fact, give me 1 second. I'm going to be honest. I never noticed that you can actually see the bottom half of the Pokemon underneath this frame.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I ever realized that because it's more clear in this version of the card, this picture of the card, than it is in the actual cards themselves. I do kind of think that they could have just gone for a simple full art and it would have helped a little bit. I don't know. That's what they did in Sword and Shield. The V cards usually were the full frame. It didn't have this weird cutoff in the middle. So
yeah, that would have added a lot here.
Anyways, we're going to buzz through these pretty quickly. I do tend to like the mega cards a little bit more. I like the kind of colors and flames going on the sides. So I would tend to put those for the most part in B tier. But what do you think, Em?
I agree with you. I feel like Pyroar as a Pokemon just has some really visually interesting stuff going on, the contrast of its mane and stuff. It just really pops on the card. Not loving the bottom half of the card. I like this translucent thing that they have got going, because you mentioned, you can see part of the Pokemon below. I just feel like they could have not done that. I know that it's for the ease of reading the words, but it's not a style choice that I super resonate with. But I think this card is more visually interesting. I would put it in B.
Okay. I actually like the Mega Greninja a little bit more. I don't know. I think it's still probably a strong B tier in my personal opinion, but I like it a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. Admittedly, I this one probably would belong in C for me.
Really?
It's I think it's a little more visually interesting, but it also doesn't really it just doesn't really do it for me as a card. I'm not really digging the lighting and some other aspects of it. So C for me, but if it's B for you, you can keep it there.
All right. Mega Floette. What do you think about this one?
This one would go in D for me.
D, really?
Yeah, that one is just, it's doing nothing for me. Be so honest with you.
Wow.
I do
Okay.
not like this one, but what do you think about it? Because you could say it's B for all.
Well, I struggle to think that it's worse than like Beedrill.
Mm.
Listen, again, I like Beedrill as a card. And I even like Beedrill as a Pokemon. I just feel like the EX cards are so uninspired.
Mm-hmm.
And at least these ones, when you see them in real life, they have texture. And so they're more interesting to look at. They've also got these kind of thorns and stuff going on the sides of the card that add some extra visual interest that the regular EX cards don't have.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, this one's never worse than a regular EX card, unless the colors are like poop brown or whatever. But I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear what you have to say. So, Gorgeist. Now this one does actually have some kind of like little wispy things going on the side, even though it's a regular EX and not a mega. What are you thinking?
I definitely find myself liking this one. I would probably put it in B.
Wow. All right.
I
We
just
see
think
some
it's
movement.
kind of a fun card in of itself. I like the Pokemon. Maybe that's I really like this line, this evolution line. So, but I also just think this is like the pose is fun and it gives off like cute spooky vibes that I like a lot. So I think it's really fun. I don't love like the super 3D looking vibe, but that's probably the only thing that puts it in B for me.
Mm-hmm. I love Pumpkaboo. I'm interested to actually try using this card in a deck, but I don't actually love Gorgeist that much. Its silly little face up at the top with its kind of hair hands is silly.
It is.
But in general, I feel like Gorgeist is one of the biggest glow downs in all of Pokemon, where Pumpkaboo is like S tier, amazing design, really cute.
Pumpkaboo
and then
is perfect.
Gorgeist is like, I don't know. Like the idea of a jack-o'-lantern Pokemon is great, but like you could have just gone from Pumpkaboo to a bigger jack-o'-lantern instead of trying to turn it into a gourd. Like people don't actually carve gourds. You know that, right?
It's important to me that you know that.
It's important to me that you know this, Pokemon. People don't carve gourds; they carve pumpkins. I know those are pretty close.
Hunter, we're gonna buy a whole bunch of gourds this Halloween.
Right.
Cover our entire front.
Right. Yeah. Someone show me a jack-o'-lantern with this gigantic, somewhat phallic object on top of it in real life, and I will be like, no, all right, fine. They based it off of something real, but
a pumpkin is a gourd, is it not?
Yes, they're in the same category, but it's this like. It's the
it's the silly gourd.
Pumpkaboo is clearly based off of a pumpkin, and Gorgeist is clearly based off of like a yellow squash or large gourd with the thin part on top. That's my problem with it. If it was just a giant pumpkin, like if it just went from being Pumpkaboo as it is to like a much bigger or scarier version of a pumpkin with a jack-o'-lantern face, it would be way better. We've dallied way too long talking about Gorgeist's design and not this actual card. I'm so sorry. Next, Mega Gallade. What do you think?
Definitely some fun colors going on here. I feel like it is kind of falling into the standard, like, it's an EX card for me. I would probably still put that one in C.
Okay.
I do like the pink and yellow and blue though. It's cute.
I actually find myself seeing his little like don't take this the wrong way. His like feet underneath the like translucent part at the bottom of the card. It makes me actually feel like I want to see this card without this translucent part at the bottom, like as though it was a full art. I think it would be better. It would do more for me in that case. But
agreed.
Anyways, next. Crocodile. I hate this guy. I actually don't mind Crocodile as a Pokemon, but I pulled 5 of them from our pre-release packs. Like I'm not joking. 5 Crocodiles. And the worst thing is that the Crocorock and Sandile were not in Chaos Rising, which means that you pretty much couldn't use it. So I just kept getting useless EXs over and over and over and over again from my pre-release packs. It was very disappointing. So I'm somewhat biased against this one because of that, but I feel like it's a C.
Agreed. I think C is perfect for that.
All right, we'll leave it there. Cobalion, a aggressively mid card in the game. And I would say aggressively mid in what it looks like too.
This would be another D for me personally.
Dang, wow.
Just doesn't do anything.
Get wrecked, Cobalion.
Sorry, Cobalion.
Okay, this one I'm going to put in a little bit of a good word for. I think this one's B. I like the orange, pink, and purple with the green in the background.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more fun colors going on in this one.
Agreed. It's so much more visually interesting. And I feel like it's a little more cohesive as well. Like I don't know. Like I was literally just bored out of my mind looking at the last one. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
This one is just like, it's a world of difference.
Yeah. Next, Chinchino. I like Chinchino. It's cute. It's still boring, but I would consider this one C tier as well.
I'd say C as well.
Okay. All right. Thank goodness we're through the boring ones. Let's get to some good stuff. Okay. Chespin. If you watched our other tier list, you'll know that we kind of liked the Chespin card, even though I'm pretty mid on Chespin's whole evolution line in general. So, what do you think, Emily?
I love the lighting. I love the sense of scale. I think it's a beautiful painting. Like it's just really just visually stunning. Like honestly, this one could be an S tier for me.
Ooh.
But I can understand if you're feeling more of an A tier.
No, I do really like this one. Again, I'm mid on Chespin's evolution line, but I think Chespin's really cute in this one. I also think that the scale of the tree behind it is really cool as well. So yeah, let's do that. Atsushi. Oh my gosh, holy crap! One moment. I want to give credit where credit's due, but I can't read. I gotta be honest, Chief. I ain't reading that. Let's see. I have the card
He's
physically.
looking through the cards. There it is.
Atsushi Furusawa. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Nice.
Sweet. Next. Froakie. Okay. Everybody loves, let's get this out of the way. The Froakie and the Frogadier and the Mega Greninja SIR connect. So I am a sucker for connector cards. I think it's clear. I think people know that about me if you watch our videos. So it's already going to get points. And these ones are like the chase cards of the set.
Yes,
like,
and they're gorgeous.
mhm.
Like just truly, like I don't care if it's boring to say, but it is an S tier card.
Mhm.
And the next one as well, frankly. Like
Yeah.
they're both just gorgeous.
Mhm. I like connector arts. I think these are great. I really enjoy the colors. I do really enjoy the colors on these cards. So yeah, we're going to put those up there. Makes it all the more disappointing that I managed to not get any of these as well from the pre-release. Ampharos. Okay, now on to another one that I actually have. Oh, also, this is Susumu Maea, I think it is. I can't quite make that out, but I recognize that name. So both of the cards, in fact, all three are. So, okay, Ampharos.
Very pretty. I like this one a lot. I would say, like, if we're judging based on the past 3 cards that we've put in S tier, this one, like, the pose is not quite as dynamic as the other ones. I think that there is some really pretty lighting here, but if I'm comparing it to the Chespin card, I think there are a couple of areas where it's lacking some like really distinct highlights. I feel like it's a beautiful card. I would put it in A tier. But I think it's gorgeous. So
okay, our first A tier. I think that's pretty fair, honestly. I think that's pretty fair. Xerneas. This is another one that a lot of people talk about being their chase card. This one does make me feel a little bit happy because we did actually manage to get 2 from the pre-release. But
this is another S for me. I think it's beautiful.
Explain.
Just I feel like I keep saying this over and over. Just like it's visually interesting. Like there's just I feel like it like guides your eyes, you know, where they need to be. Like it feels like there is like an actual composition here that is intentional. I think all of the colors are working beautifully together. And I just think it's very well designed. And I think this Pokemon is really cool too. So I think it would be an S for me.
Nice.
What do you think?
I generally agree as well. By the way, this art is Yashiro Nanako.
Can I take a look?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
We're consulting with the physical card where possible, especially since I can't read the who it's illustrated by very well in these screenshots.
This picture of the card isn't quite capturing like the pink at the bottom quite as well.
Uh-huh.
It's like even more like poppin'. So
Yeah.
really nice.
Mm-hmm. Very nice card. I definitely agree. I think this one's an S tier. And another thing that I think, because it guides your eyes sort of towards Xerneas's face, the antlers feel like they guide your eyes towards Xerneas's face, and then you've also got like the lines of its legs as well.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also these really cool like flowers and plants and other things going on in the card that are really, really super pretty. So I would have to give this one an S tier as well. I think this one's really great. Clay doll. Okay. I do want to make a meme deck out of this, even though it is probably just bad bronzong, but it still sounds fun. What do you think, Emily?
I think it's really pretty. I think I love the sky. I'm a sucker for stars. And I think the kind of fisheye camera look with I think that's the ocean beneath and those clouds. I think it looks really cool. I would say that the background is beautiful, but the design of the Pokemon, to me, not just like its base design, but just how it's drawn in this card, is not standing out to me as something that's like super cool and interesting. I would probably put this one either A or B, so I'll let you decide.
Man, Claydol is a Gen 3 Pokemon, so I feel like I have to be biased and put it at A tier.
Fair enough.
I do like this one, but I understand where you're going. I do like the background. It reminds me a little bit of the Cleffa from Obsidian Flames, with the shooting star in the background.
I love that one.
Yeah. And that one I do think is done maybe just slightly better, but this one's really good as well. Oh, there we go. Okay, Crobat. This was one of the pre-release cards too.
I adore this card. It's so fun and cool. I think...
Why he looking like Emperor Zurg, though?
He does. Buzz, I am your father. No. This one is pretty close to an S for me. I'm not sure what's holding it back. I feel like maybe I want some of the lines to be a little bit crisper and more like, yes, we're putting this here. I don't know. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But if you think it's an S, it should go an S.
Man, if you say it's really close to an S, I would probably say that it should be, because I also really like this one. It feels almost like comic book style, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe it's the way that the color is applied, where it's sort of applied in not quite crosshatch, but almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, I do actually really like this one. Yeah, we'll put it in S. Then Metang. Okay. I don't want to hear any negative things about Metang. Metang is another Gen 3 homie. But tell me what you're going to say.
I wasn't going to say anything negative about Metang.
Oh, actually, okay.
He's a cute little guy. He's very silly. Very cute. I love the clouds in the background. I think it's super pretty. And I think I love cards that tell a little bit of a story as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this one is doing that really well. And I think the lighting is really great. Like the guy in the foreground being in shadow while Metang is in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some like fun choices being made here. This one could probably be an S for me. I really like this one a lot. What do you think?
Wow, dang. That's a pretty strong endorsement as well. I also quite like this card, actually. So I would probably put it in an S tier as well. I could have seen an A on this one, but I think we'll put it in S. Also, actually, I'm going to bump it over the edge to S for sure, because I've seen a bunch of people doing themed binder pages of construction work with like Timber doing construction work and this Metang and Steelix on like a construction site. There's a bunch. And so there's something kind of like there's something hilarious about the construction themed Pokemon, and especially that Metang, like the Beldum line, does not strike me as like construction themed at all, but I enjoy it. It makes me laugh. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We're probably going to be kind of heavy on the S tiers because
There's a lot of great ones
a
here.
lot of great ones.
Sliggoo. I do like this one a lot. I think those ripples in the water are really pretty, and the foliage in like on the ground and the flowers and those really pretty roots in the tree. I think it's beautiful. I think this one is probably an A for me. But I could see an S if you can make a good argument for it. I'm just kidding.
No, I'll give it a gentle A tier as well. I love this whole evolution line, but admittedly, I wish that this was a Gumi card and not a Sliggoo card. Sorry, that's not a critique of the art at all. I just wish that there was a really good Gumi illustration rare. But yeah, I like the purple flowers. I like the cute scene going on. I think I might have also talked about this in the original tier list, but Sliggoo only evolves in the rain in basically all of the games that it's in, and so that adds kind of a flavor to it as well that I think is cool. It's not a water type, but it kind of feels like it's a water type because of that, so it's cute. I like it. We'll give it an A tier. Tauros.
This is a cool one. It feels very like Western and like just kind of like those fun vibes. I love the background actually a lot. The clouds and that cool tree back there. The color choices are really nice. I think it like is like it shows like a very powerful vibe as well. Like it's like he's rearing to go. So it like it tells that story really well too. He's not just standing there, you know, it's like almost an action shot. So I think that there's a lot of really good choices that were made. I would put this in probably A, since it's not quite like doing what some of the other cards are doing. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think I would agree. I also really like it. I do enjoy the card itself. I think we also talked about this in the other one as well. But Tauros is like the bull, like kind of an American Old Westy style Pokemon. As like evidence of that, it's like the America Pokemon for the majority of the United States in Pokemon Go, or at least a large part of it. And so we talked about that with the original card. I feel like it does kind of hail to some old Western style as well, like you were saying. I don't love Tauros, though, necessarily as a Pokemon, and I also don't love necessarily the Old Western style, though I do appreciate a lot of things about this card. I think a lot of people would probably really like the fact that it's featured so prominently in the card. Like, I think Tauros himself takes up probably not quite half the card, maybe like in between a third and a half of the card just for the Pokemon itself. But I actually kind of like seeing a little bit more background. This feels like an EX card that had the actual love and care put into it that an EX card should have, but it still has some of the problems that EX cards have, where it kind of like drowns out the background a little bit, and you know, I don't know. I don't want to say it's generic at all. I think this is good. I think this is a good card, but it's not quite S tier for me. So, okay. Watchog. I think this is the last illustration rare, and then we're going to blast through the full arts and get to the SIRs. So,
I think this is because I'm pretty mid on Watchog as a Pokemon. I think that the art is fun. Like, I think I like the building, I like the sky. The setting is really cool and fun, but it almost feels like this Pokemon I don't know, that Wachog, like, is not really in it. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like the setting for Wachog. Do you feel that way at all?
You know what? I really don't know how I know that I don't really like Watchog that much as a Pokemon. That's for sure. But I don't know how I feel. Like it's supposed to be like a prairie dog, kind of, right?
Yes.
So a prairie dog in the middle of basically Paris is definitely a bit of a strange setting. Then again, it's supposed to be like a rodent, so that maybe they're just going for like, oh, it's just like rats in the streets of Paris. But it's pretty clearly based off of a prairie dog. So I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about this one. I'm trying to critique the art. I know I've let some personal opinions get into some other ones, and I'm not going to stop doing that. But I would give this one a B, personally.
I was gonna say a B as well.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's fair. It's pretty fair. Now, these ones I'm actually kind of interested to get into because the full arts I feel like can be kind of divisive. Like, I feel like the best a full art can be. When I talk about a full art, I'm talking about these cards with the 2 silver stars. I believe it's often called a mega rare, hyper rare. I don't know. I just call them full arts. But I feel like there's a kind of a sky's the limit on full arts, but also they can be really bad as well. So I'm excited to see the variation. Like the variation in illustration rares was basically just A and S, and the variation in regular EX cards was basically just B and C. I feel like these can go all the way from D all the way up to A, maybe even S. So I'm excited to see where this goes. So
yeah, it should be interesting.
So tell me, Emily, what do you think of this Beedrill full art?
I think the action lines behind it are kind of fun. I like the purples that they chose. It's pretty cool. The pose is like dynamic and fun. I can't say that it's like wowing me though a ton. This one is probably a B for me. It's a B. But I want to know what you think though, because I think you might be a bigger Beedrill fan than I am.
A little bit, but I think you have valid criticisms or thoughts. The purple is kind of a fun color choice. It really pops. It's a little strange though. I don't think Beedrill is associated with purple at all.
Might just be chosen to be complementary
to the yellow.
Yeah.
That's probably true, and it does look cool. Like it does make Beedrill pop a little bit. So I like Beedrill, but I'm okay leaving this one into B. So now I do like the mega ones where they have their original form kind of off to the side. I do like these, but what are you thinking on this one?
I think this one is cool. It's a little busy, I would say. There's a lot going on. I feel like I may have like not done those kind of green blotches. Is that green in the background? And maybe just kind of had it as a somewhat either just the yellow or a somewhat darker color to make those blues pop and those reds, you know? And so I just feel like there's a lot going on here. But I don't really know where to put it. Like, it's kind of between B and C for me.
I'm gonna kind of bump it to the C. I feel the same thing that you do about the green kind of background going on. I'm sure that was picked as a compliment to the red of the Mega Pyroar, but in general, I feel like it's kind of not a great green.
Yeah, it's a little muddy.
It's a little barfy green. Like it's a little bit of a dark barfy green. So yeah, we'll put that one in C. And we'll try and cook a little bit on these. Now, I actually have kind of a hot take on this one.
Tell me.
I don't actually love this one. This is the most expensive full art you can get in this set. Like it's Mega Greninja, obviously. I was lucky enough to actually get 2 of these, and then I traded them for some older vintage cards that I was looking for, which is cool. I'm glad I was able to do that. But the orange and blue in theory should look really nice, but to me when I look at this card, if you squint a little bit, it just ends up being like largely brown for the most part.
I was gonna say I actually feel a similar way to you. I don't feel like this is designed super well.
Mhm.
It's like a lot of the colors of the Pokemon and the background run together, and I understand that is kind of an intentional choice here, but I don't know if I love that choice.
Mhm.
So C or D for me. So you pick.
We'll put it at C. I would feel bad putting Mega Greninja any lower than C, but now this one, what do you think of this one?
I'm really loving this turquoise color in here with the red.
Hmm.
But I don't know if I like anything else about it, to be super honest.
Dang, Floette is not getting any appreciation
I'm
from
so
Emily
sorry,
today.
Floette. I'm so sorry. It's not you, Floette. I actually don't dislike Floette as a Pokemon. It's not like my favorite, but I'm like, it's whatever. Maybe the general design of these
Doesn't resonate with you as much.
Yeah, like it's just not giving what I want it to give. But this one specifically, I feel like it's a little bit similar to Greninja. I'd probably put it in C.
I feel a little bit better about this one than that, but I'll respect a C on that one. I do have one minor critique on Mega Floette. I don't know if I love that it's like attached to the flower. It feels kind of umbilical cordy.
Yeah.
And I was going to
That's a
say
good
not in a
point.
good way, but I can't think of too many ways that umbilical cords in Pokemon would make me feel any sort of way except.
Umbilical cords as a concept is not something I love to think about. So it's, there's that.
Yeah, we'll move on. Gorgeist. Okay.
Gorgeist.
This one keeps it simple.
Yeah, keeps it simple. I'm liking the green background with this one. Gorgeist as like Pumpkaboo is obviously much cuter. Like there's no doubt about that. But this Gorgeist card is actually doing it for me. I think that one could be a B.
Okay. Okay,
What
we'll
do
go
you
B.
think?
We'll go B on that one. Yeah, I like that. Let's do a Cobalion.
It's pretty straightforward. Like it's like that's Cobalion. That's Cobalion. Like that's like the background looks pretty nice and sleek. Cobalion looks proud and blue.
You looking blue?
It looks blue.
You
like
met me at a very blue time in my life.
Yes. Honestly, it is like perfectly middle of the road for me. I would
Strong
put it
B.
in B. Yep.
All right.
Do you
Okay.
agree though?
In general, yeah. Once again, I'm actually slightly bored by it.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I was saying. It's like
yeah,
that's Cobalion. That's it.
yeah. Maybe B for bored works, but maybe it's slight C for me. But it doesn't do anything to offend me. Yeah.
Make it drop it in C.
All right, we'll drop C. Now, however, Mega Dragalge. I think you may also not like this one because of the busy nature of it and the colors. Again, I think that the colors in this one, again, in my personal opinion, these pop the most and are the most interesting. So I like this one of the Mega ones the best.
I was actually going to say the busyness in this one, I feel like is actually working. I like the pops of orange and pink in the background. What I think I like about this is that there is kind of a separation. There is color. There's like, I feel like I know what is background and I know what is foreground, what is the character, like what, like this bright, like kind of lime green outline is helping a lot in that department as well.
I would almost call that gold, actually.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would call that
gold.
green.
I'm just maybe from the angle I'm looking at it, but I think it looks really nice. This is one that I could potentially accept an A from. I feel like I'm tempted to put it in B, but if you think it's an A, would you go there?
Man, I've got to give it a little bit of an A. Just a little A. It's got to get a little
We've got to get one EX card up there.
Uh-huh. All right.
It's a little mid to me, low key. not really giving what I wanted to give. I'd probably put it in C.
You know what? This is kind of interesting. We've got a kind of a bottom heavy list here. Like we've got quite a bit of few S's and A's because of the illustration rares, but we've got a lot of kind of mid stuff in here.
Yeah, this one. But I feel like the ones that are good are like incredible.
Are so good.
Yeah. Like they really, really bring it with those. So they're rare, but amazing. So.
All right. I'm seeing where you're going. AZ's Tranquility.
I like the angle on this one, the stance.
This is going to be a slightly controversial take, so I'm happy to give some controversial takes. I like the full arts that have trainers in them. As in, I think that they're more interesting sometimes than the Pokemon full arts are, because they actually put them in an environment. In fact, sometimes the full art of a trainer is sometimes better, in my opinion, than the SIR of the trainer. Sometimes it can happen. Like AZ is the owner of the hotel in Legend ZA, and so this is very clearly that hotel with like the little painting in the background and the lamp and the green wallpaper and the plant right here. So it, like, imagine a full art Pokemon where it was put into a background like this. I mean, that's basically just an SIR.
It's an interesting choice that the trainers really are the ones that get the backgrounds.
Yeah, like imagine like Mega Dragalge, but it was maybe not quite the same as the SIR version, but it had some background to it. I think those full arts would go hard. Like they would be almost as desirable as the SIRs in some cases.
I think so too. Yeah.
So I actually think this is good.
Me too.
I would give this strong A, strong B, maybe A.
I think it could go in A for me.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Let's do it. Emma, again.
She's so cute.
Yeah, again, she's the detective. Like she's the detective in the city, and so this is her like detective agency.
I like this one a lot. I think that the background is fun. Like I like her outfit. I like how they've highlighted her hair. I think it's really cute. I think she would go in A or B for me, like last time. So you can pick.
All right. Well, we'll just go for A again. Now, as for the items, I'm actually going to say I like playing with these because they're fun. Like they're a little cooler than just playing with the regular one. But these ones do not have the same coolness factor to me that the trainers have. I'm not going to say it's bad, though. It's just like items are kind of uninspired. You know, like, what are you like, how do I say this? I feel like there's a peak to how good an item card can be. Like if you show me an S tier item card, I'll eat my hat, dude.
My hat. Yeah, I would say that I mostly agree. This one is either C or D for me. It's just like I don't love the color choices in this one.
Okay.
So there you go.
Fair enough. Jumbo ice cream. That one's got to be as good as an item card can get.
I love jumbo ice cream. I love how small the cone is in comparison to the ice cream.
You know what?
I think this one might be an A.
That might bump it up to an A.
I want to get this card at some point. It's just hilarious.
It is hilarious. Yeah. If for anybody that doesn't know, Emily loves drawing things with crazy proportions.
Yes.
You know, like a face that's like a gigantic, enormous face, but with
a
tiny little like eyes, nose, and mouth. Yeah.
So this is it just kind of gives that vibe a little bit, and it makes me happy. So
yeah. So this is probably the best an item card can get. Philippe. This one's pretty cool. I think I like this one maybe slightly less than Emma and AZ. Yeah. It does have the boss's hideout in the background, which is pretty cool. But
I'd say B.
Yeah, it's just maybe not quite as fun. Now these ones I'm going to, and this is so stupid, but follow me on this one. The full art stadiums absolutely slap, and it is for one reason. They all have pretty much, I think it's pretty much all of them from the Mega Evolution era, all have at least one adorable, tiny little chibi Pokemon in there. And I love seeing the little Pokemon in the little environment.
I actually have not noticed that. Like, that's true.
It elevates the cards so much. Like, I like Prism Tower by itself, but this tiny little Beldum in it, I know it's stupid. You can tell me it's stupid, but I love the tiny little Beldum in this trainer card.
I like that one too. And I like this card as a whole too. It's just like the colors are fun. So
I'm going to do B.
Yeah.
I'm going to do B. This one I think is probably also a C. The background is okay. It's like the speakers at a concert, but it's kind of muddy and not super clear. I don't know. I do think that like the hotel background and the detective agency are better backgrounds. I do like the colors. I like the pink and blue or purple and blue, whatever you would say. But
definitely B or C for me. So
okay, we'll go C on this one as well. Special red card.
Pretty good. I mean, it's like it's an item card.
It's
right?
an item card.
So not crazy, but
do you think it's better, like color choice and whatever, than the energy retrieval?
I would say special red should go in B. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go B on special red. And here's another one.
So cute.
The cute little Wimpod.
I love this card.
Minus the Wimpod, this card's slightly mid. With
really?
the Wimpod.
You don't think it's like the waves are so pretty?
The waves are pretty. Okay, the waves are pretty, but it's like it's a Pokemon card. Like it's a Pokemon card. Are you really buying a Pokemon card because you're like, wow, I just love the beach, you know?
I don't know.
Maybe. Okay.
It's pretty. But I'm one to just buy things because they're pretty.
That's true.
That's true.
It is pretty. It is pretty.
Yeah. I would say A or B. Stronger on A for me, but if you think B,
I'll go A. Did you think that the Prism Tower deserved an A too, or do you feel like it's better in B?
Yes, I think it should go in A.
All right, okay, we'll move that one up to A as well. Tool Scrapper. I'm just gonna move it to B. It's literally a wrench. The colors are cool though.
Yeah, I say B.
Actually, do you think this one deserves C? Like, is it the same as the energy retrieval?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll move that C. We'll move that C. Now we're getting into the big stuff. Okay. Big stuff now.
This one is so sick.
Okay.
It's so cool.
I think we can just S tier this one and put it right next to the Froakie and Frogadier.
Totally. It's just gorgeous and fun and interesting. And like, I love, there's so much there's many interesting things about it. I think it's awesome. So.
Yep. I agree. I do think this one is really good. I like the color of the ninja star that he's hanging from. Like the blue and pink is really enjoyable. Yeah. I don't know what to say about this card. Like it's very busy. That's for sure true. It's very pretty. That's also for sure true. I don't have any like super insightful art critiques though. Emily, I have to lean on you for art critiques.
I'm really loving the pink and blue in that part of the background there. How it kind of washes together. I think it's really pretty.
What about like the yellow and orange sort
at the
of
bottom?
Underneath?
Yeah, it really makes the picture pop. There's a lot of like complementary color choices here that are like adding to the visual interest. I just think it looks really nice. So I would say S. We've put it in S. So
nice.
Let's do it.
Dang, I feel like I'm burned out on describing things, which is crazy because the last video was way longer and I didn't burn out. This one, Mega Floette. So we're back to Mega Floette. We already talked about the slight umbilical cordiness. I'm going to try and avoid. I'm going to try and avoid that.
No, you already mentioned it.
I'm going to try not to hold that against it. I don't know. This one's a pretty card. It feels like there's a firework going off above it.
It does, and it's kind of symmetrical as well. It's like the top, at least. There's some cool stuff going on here. It doesn't reach S for me, and I'm trying to decide if it reaches A.
Wow. What's your problem with it? Like, hit me with the thoughts.
It's almost indescribable. I feel like there's I feel like there's just some things in this card that feel a little undecided. I kind of want to see more what's going on in the background. I think it's an A. I do think it's an A.
Okay.
It's just like kind of teetering on the edge there. So
I think I've put it into words for myself. The firework idea is cool, and with the like lights falling down behind it, but a lot of those lights manifest as lens flares. So this feels like a super lens flare-y type card.
Yeah.
And I, as much as I hate to say it, I feel like it would have been better in a more cartoony style where you could distinctly see fireworks behind it that are like very like, how do I say this? Discreet. It doesn't feel like there's just like an explosion behind it. It would have been cooler to see like very specific fireworks. I don't know how to describe it or say it, but yeah, it feels kind of muddy because of all of the lens flare action going on. So that,
agreed.
Yeah. Now this one I think is very good. Mostly because I really love the colors. The background doesn't tell as much of a story in this one as some SIRs do, but I really, really, really like all of the colors. There's green from like plants, the blue from the ocean, the pink and orange, the purple of its like horns, antlers, trailing pieces. I don't know what you would call those, but I can totally see an argument where this is not that great because it's very busy. What do you think?
I would actually say this one is an easy S for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that there is a lot of busyness here, but again, that it's all working, like the Greninja. That they're like everything feels cohesive and intentional and correct. I love the green lighting underneath it's trailing whatever it's ponytails, I don't know, something, but I think it like is just beautiful. I think it looks really great. I love the ombre of purple on it as well. I think that adds a lot, and that like combined with that bright light blue background, it just really brings it home. And so that's an easy S for me.
Yeah, okay. I agree. I actually agree on this one. Minor note, its name is Dragalge, right? Like
Yes.
algae, except that I feel like they should have kept the kelp theme going on in its name from Skrelp, because it's very clearly not algae. Like it's very clearly supposed to be like kelp or seagrass or you know something like that, and definitely not algae. But whatever, they kept the sea plant theme. Whatever, we'll let it pass. We'll let it slide. Okay, this one I'm just gonna override you. Instant S.
No
instant
override
S.
necessary. S for me as well.
It's so good. This one is probably my favorite SIR in the set. Actually, the Mega Greninja is sick. Don't get me wrong. The Mega Greninja is really cool, but I actually like this one slightly better.
Yeah, I think I like it too, and maybe it's just the cuteness factor. I don't know.
It might be.
It just like it looks so cozy and cute, and all of the elements are working. The cute little pillows, like it's just beautiful. So
agreed.
I think it's an S as well.
I like cards that have. We were talking about this. I like cards that tell a little bit more of a story, and I like the little piece of lore that Cinccino and Minccino are like clean freaks, and they love cozy places and cozy houses that are clean and well kept and stuff. And this being in like a what looks to be like a giant bed full of pillows, and it being kind of like a comfy, happy Pokemon, I just love that. I really like that. So big time favorite. Okay, AZ's Tranquility. He's got a little bit of a Zorro mustache going on. At least
He does.
We're gonna zoom in on his little Zorro mustache.
Zoom in. Enhance image.
Enhance image.
I think it's cute. The lighting is very like kind of fairy like. It's very nice. But it's not quite doing what the other cards are doing. Like
really?
frankly, I don't think it even comes close to the Minccino. Like,
Or Cinchino.
oh yeah, sorry, Cinccino. So this one is an A or B for me. I think it's pretty,
Wow.
but it's not like mind blowing.
Wow, interesting. Can you elaborate a little bit more about why it's not doing it for you? Like, tell me more about it. I quite like this one. Maybe because I'm a sucker for flowers and I like the kind of flowers and foliage in this one. But what about this one is like not working for you?
I think I do love the flowers. I think they're very pretty. I feel like it may be some of the lighting choices. I feel like this one is hard to explain. It's just a little fluttery and not really defined. Maybe it's just an art style that I don't resonate with quite as much. But I like it. I would say it's still an A.
Okay.
It's just not quite an S for me.
Okay. Roxy's performance.
So fun. Love this one. This one has some really cool color choices going on. The blue and the pink are really popping. Super cool and very like defined lines and like cool elements in the background. I think this one is pretty close to an S. So if you think it's an S, put it there. But if you think it's an A.
I like the little wheezing.
Yeah, it's
or
cute.
coughing down
the
there.
little neon sign.
Yeah. The colors are really, really fun, and I like this style a lot. Like I really do like this style a lot. But I can't quite explain it, but there's something that is not quite S to me about this. Like it's really cool. This is something that I would normally feel like would be my favorite card in the set, but it just doesn't quite do it somehow, but it's still very cool. Like the style is very much my style that I like. I like the colors. I like the little background elements. I love the little coughing down there. So I like a lot of things, a lot about this, but it doesn't quite do it all the way.
I see what you mean.
And then last card, I feel like the gold cards should all be placed in the exact same like tier. Like there should just be the gold card tier, basically.
Yeah. But is that high or low for you?
I don't know. It just is. It's a force of nature. It's I don't know. I've never actually held one of these gold cards in real life and looked at them. Yes, I have opened a lot of Pokemon card packs since the Mega Evolution era came out. No, we have not gotten a gold card from any of them. So I don't know how they look necessarily in person, like staring at them. I've seen them at card shows and shops and stuff, but I'm still undecided on these. I would put this at like a B. From an art perspective, let's do this. I like the simplicity of it. It keeps things simple. It doesn't have the regular Greninja in the background like the full art does. So that could be something that could be like nice. It keeps it a little less busy. I like the little pattern it's got going on behind him with the kind of braid almost is what it looks like going around, and then almost a coin style with it in the middle, with Mega Greninja in the middle. I do kind of like those things, but without the color element being introduced, there's no background to critique. There's no color to critique. There's not really that much of a pose to critique because all of them are kind of just a very standard straight on face front pose. So there's less things to talk about for the gold cards. So, yeah. What do you think?
Pretty much agree, honestly. Like I feel like you said it all. I think a B is a perfect place to put the gold cards in general.
Okay.
Like, not that they all like have to go there as a specific rule, but like in general, if it breaches out, that's kind of like a wow, it's really bad or it's really good.
Right.
So yeah, I think B is good.
Okay. You feel pretty comfortable about our list then?
Yeah, I do. I think it looks great. I think we maybe EX card haters a little bit, but that's okay.
Just very slightly.
That's
but
right.
just from an art perspective, like I said, we play the game. So
We do.
I can appreciate the X cards for what they are. So
Mm-hmm.
anyways, thank you all for joining us. That was kind of a longer one than it really should have been, but the art on these cards can sometimes be really cool to talk about. But you know what, though? I have come to appreciate from this. We liked talking about the regular cards a lot. And I feel like that says something. The regular cards have cool art for us to talk about. Like they had stuff that we were excited to look at. And sometimes the full arts and the EXs and stuff are just not quite as fun as the regular art from the regular cards. So
More of them have that storytelling factor that is really fun, even though they're not chases. So appreciate the bulk, you guys. It's
Amen.
great.
All right. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.